It's Mezcal Monday, and today we're going to be taking a look at and doing a tasting review of Señor Sotol, right here on the Tequila Hombre, coming up next. Hello and welcome to this episode of the Tequila Hombre, where today we're going to be taking a look at a Sotol. It is Señor Sotol from the state of Durango. So make sure you hang around and catch the information about this here in just a minute. Want to let you know about some live streams we have coming up. Make sure you tune in later tonight, 4 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time, for the Tequila Hombre question and answer session, where you can come ask questions. I answer your questions for you, and we do it all live on YouTube. And then also don't forget, on Wednesday, I have my happy hour with the Hombre live stream as well. And we have a very special guest, Carmen Villarreal from Casa San Matias. She's the owner and CEO, as well as their Chief Communication Officer, Humberto Ojeda. So you don't want to miss this, especially if you like tequilas like Reysol or Pueblo Viejo or Casa San Matias Gran Reserva. These are the people that make it. They're the ones that run the distillery, that have lots of great information for us. It's going to be a fantastic episode. All right, now that we've got those announcements out of the way, let's get into what this Sotol is all about. All right, so let's take a little time and learn a little bit about Sotol. And I know you're probably thinking, hey, it's Mezcal Monday. Why are you doing a review of a Sotol? And if you're thinking that, you're kind of correct. And here's the answer. Sotol is not a mezcal. Mezcal is different. Mezcal is made from agave, where Sotol is made from a different kind of plant. Although it's similar to agave, it's actually in a different class. The plant that they use to make Sotol is Desylirion willeri, and is or otherwise known as the desert spoon. It is a succulent, just like agave is, but it's in a different class of plant. It is actually in the same class as asparagus. It's in the asparagus class, but it is not the same class as agave. It's similar though, so we're going to include it in with Mezcal Monday reviews. So you're probably wondering, well, what are the differences between mezcal and Sotol? Well, the main difference is the kind of plant that's used, the Desylirion willeri or desert spoon, but also it does have a designation of origin as well, where in Mexico, the designation of origin is only in Mexico. It's not in effect outside of Mexico. So in Mexico, the Sotol can only be made in the states of Chihuahua, Durango, and the last one is Coahuila, Mexico. And I believe that's the way it's pronounced. I probably butchered the crap out of it because I'm a gringo. It's Coahuila. So Coahuila, I believe, is the way it's pronounced. So Sotol can only be made in those three states in Mexico, but it can also be made in countries outside of Mexico. And we do have a brand that comes out of Texas here. Okay, so now you know a little bit about Sotol. A different plant. It's going to have a different flavor profile, and it is a different kind of spirit, but it's close enough to agave that we're going to include it in Mezcal Monday. All right, so enough about that. Let's get into how this Sotol is made. All right, taking a look at Señor Sotol, this is an ensemble, and so you can use different types of Desylirion to make Sotol. The primary one that I've seen most is the willeri, which is also included in this, but we'll get to the Desylirion on this in just a second. The Señor Sotol ensemble is made in San Nicolas in the state of Durango. The mezcalero is Juan Manuel Conde. Now, the Desylirion used in this is Cedrosanum, Texanum, and willeri. These Desylirion are, after they're harvested, are cooked in earthen pits. And after they're done being cooked, they're then grinded by hand using an axe. After they're done grinding up and getting the fibers all ready and adding water and stuff, they then fermented in wooden vats. And then after fermentation is complete, it is then twice distilled using copper alembic stills. Now, the lowest price for this, I haven't been able to find a price. This bottle was actually provided by the brand for my review. So if I do find out a price before I publish this, I will put it in the description below so you can get an idea of what this goes for. All right, so there you go. There's the information about this Sotol. Let's go up and do the tasting and see what it's all about. All right, going up top to the pour cam. Of course, as usual, I will be using the Denver and Lally agave glass because although it is for agave, you can also use it for Sotols. It'll work just fine. So we're going to go ahead and pop the top on this puppy here and pour a little bit in the glass. This is the first time, as you can see, I've tried it because I'm like pulling the top off now. There we go. All right, so here we go. Put a little bit in the glass, and then let's go up top and see what it looks like in the glass and see what it tastes like. All right, take a look at this in the glass. It coats the glass very nicely. You can see the legs forming down it right there. The tears. So it should have a nice viscous mouthfeel to it. Looking at the Sotol itself, it is crystal clear. Looks great. All right, so let's see what we get on the nose on this. Ooh, it's got an interesting tart fruit kind of flavor with it on it. Like hints of leather in there as well, like brand new leather. If you've ever walked into a bridal, like a saddle shop, you know, and you can smell the new leather. It's got kind of a new leather, earthy kind of smell to it. And just a hint of this tart fruitiness, like lime in it as well. It smells really good. All right, so let's see what we get on the flavor profile. Has a really nice sweetness that comes in the beginning. A little hint of fruit coming through, like tart fruit, like lime. It's got an earthiness to it. I'm getting hints of leather coming through as well. Finishes with a light sweetness on the tongue, on the finish. This is actually nice. I like this. This is a nice Sotol. Nice sweetness. A little like tart fruitiness coming through. It's kind of earthiness to it. Definitely like hints of leather coming through on it too. Like new leather. And then it finishes with this really, really nice sweetness on the end. Now, if the reason why you haven't really experimented with mezcal before was because you were worried about the smokiness, this has like zero smoke to it. So this may be something you want to check out and try to see some of the different flavor profiles that you can get from some of these other Mexican spirits. This has got a really nice sweet fruitiness to it. It's earthy. It's got leather in there, and it's not at all like off-putting at all. Very easy to sip, very easy to drink. It's got some heat to it because it is a higher alcohol percentage on it. It's 43% ABV. So there's a little bit of heat there, and the heat just kind of carries everything through on it. But I really like the mixture of fruit and leather and earthy on this. It really blends together really nicely to give you a really interesting flavor profile. So I recommend this. As far as Sotols go, the Sotols I've tried, I would give this one 4 agave. It's definitely worth a pick up and try, especially if you've been interested in getting into mezcals, but don't really like a lot of the smokiness and want to see what some complexity, different flavor profiles you can get from an interesting spirit. This is definitely one of them, although it's not agave. It is Destilarian. It has a really nice, interesting flavor profile to it. Not off-putting. Wouldn't turn anybody off, I don't think, at all. It's very pleasing to the palate and very it's a journey. It's a journey from the beginning with the fruitiness and the sweetness all the way through the earthiness, the leather, and then it finishes with a nice sweetness at the end. Well, there you go. If you've tried other Sotols before, comment below. Let me know if this sounds similar to what you've tried with some of the other Sotols that you've tried. If you'd like me to review other Sotols, comment below and let me know what Sotols you'd like for me to review. If you've liked the information I shared, please click the like button, give me a like, and more importantly, don't forget to subscribe because we've got all kinds of great reviews. We got Sotols, we got Raicillas, we got Mezcals, we got Tequilas, of course, and then we also have our live streams, and anytime you click that subscribe button and subscribe to the channel, you'll get notifications as soon as they're posted or as soon as we go live. Well, there you go. Señor Sotol for agave, so I definitely recommend you pick it up and try it. It is really good. It got a beautiful flavor profile. And until next time, like I always say, with a little change to it, life is too short to drink bad Sotol. Salud.